Alan Hume's Appropriate Footwear.
I'm with my pal James,
How are you doing?
and this is what he does. James, can you tell me what got you started with working with wood? What got you interested in the first place?
Yeah, it probably goes back to when I left school. A couple of jobs in, I got a job in Kirkham making snooker cues at Barracuda, and I think when you start working with wood, it sort of, I don't know, it gets in your blood somehow. And I worked there maybe 3 years, but in the meantime, I've bought a lathe and put it in the shed and made like bowls and candlestick holders and stuff like that, and give them as presents, and then ended up as a groundsman. And one day I had to clear this wood away from off the cycle track so that they could have a cycle meeting that evening, and I just made some mushrooms and gave them to the lads at work. I was just messing about really, and they all loved them, so I made some more and made them for presents for friends and family, and eventually went on a course for a weekend to sort of find out semi how to do it and properly, and just ended up making stuff as presents, and it sort of organically grew to the point where I couldn't keep up, and made a decision 10 years ago to have a go at being full-time self-employed wood butcher.
And you obviously enjoy it.
Oh, I love it. Yeah, I love it. It's just to be outside working. I've worked in some lovely places, loads of different country parks and such like, and to see people's reactions to the stuff you do, and you know, the kids when you work at schools. It's just it's so fulfilling. It's magic. Yeah.
You get quite a few commissions from sort of community groups and different projects like that, don't you?
Yeah, all over the place. I've done work for sort of Keep Britain Tidy and Friends of Beacon Fell, Friends of Haslam Park, Park View for You, and you know, I've worked with yourself at Urban Organics, and we've done some courses and what have you, some green woodworking, which is another sort of sideline to my business, which I don't do enough of, but
I'd love great fun. Isn't
yeah,
it?
I'd love to do more of that, but the carving's sort of taken over.
And what's the mainstay of your work, would you say?
Owls.
Owls.
Yeah, loads and loads of owls. I've been dead lucky that one of the first things after the mushrooms that I learned to carve was owls, and it seems like everybody loves owls. So, although I prefer to make other stuff and to make one-off stuff and to challenge myself, you can't get away from the fact that the owls pay the bills.
Exactly. Do you know how many you've made?
Oh, I dread to think.
You lost count.
Yeah. Certainly, I would think we're into a couple of thousand now.
Yeah. But you get all sorts of other commissions as well, don't you? I mean, remember you're making a big dragonfly on a tree.
Yeah. There's a dragonfly at Beacon Fell, and then I'm currently on with like a totem pole in Kirkham, which is all like local wildlife. I enjoy doing local stuff, so it's nice to walk around an area and get a feel for the area and see what's there, and then interpret that into the work.
Oh yeah, that must be
I hate doing. I'm wired a little bit wrong, and I like things to be where they should be. So you know what I mean. Crocodiles in Kirkham don't go down right well, but if it's if it's a new to something like that, that would be better.
And is there any particular type of wood that you prefer to work with, or?
Yeah, I use a lot of larch, which is readily available. I buy larch in 27-ton loads in wagon and drag loads, and the beauty for me is I use every bit. So the sawdust I swap with my neighbouring farmer, and for straw and hay, which we have a few pigs and sheep and chickens, and I use the hay and straw within them, and get rid of the sawdust. We also compost some, and then all the waste timber goes into the firewood, which is like another sideline to the business, but it squares the circle for me that everything gets used. It's important to me that I don't sort of have a lot of waste.
And I get the impression that's the direction you're heading in as well. It's about sustainability. It's about using everything.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I've always been a keen gardener, but the business has sort of taken over growing the veggies and what have you, and I'm really keen to get that back. So I'm sort of going to create a compost heap at the back where a lot of my sawdust and waste will get composted with grass clippings and any other waste, which will then go straight into the vegetable patch, and we're setting up some no dig beds, and hopefully that we can keep that going. It's been a struggle for the last 10 years. I got my vegetable patch just where I wanted it, and it took me 10 years to get to that, and it took me 2 years to get it back where it was 10 years previous. So that's the only bugbear I have, that the business is sort of taken over, and I need to get that balance back.
Yeah. And you got quite a few animals here on site.
Yeah. At the minute we've a load of chickens. We've got some sheep, and the newest additions are 2 goats, which are just so much fun to have around. They're cheeky, and they have caused a few problems eating wires and such like, but nevertheless they are good fun. When you work on your own, it's nice to have something to just break that solitary feeling, I suppose. You know, it's I can often find myself talking to the goats or the dogs, and it's good. It's good
stuff. And you do quite a few shows as well. I've seen you demonstrating in different places, demonstrating the wood carving.
Yeah. That's over the years I've done lots and lots, and I really enjoy that, to get out sort of into communities and show off. I'm not a show off, but it's nice for people to see things being made. You know what I mean? And I sell a few bits while I'm there as well. And I've been dead lucky to do a lot of different shows and to people all over the place. It's been good. Yeah.
Fantastic. Well, thanks for talking to us today and showing us your amazing business, and all the best for the future.
Thanks very much. Cheers.